Ralph Cabbage, Aquaman Knox. Today we talk about surface skimmers. How do you get that protein, that film, everything that blocks light and that nasty off the top of your water? Well, you can do them with inflows and outflows, or you can do them with surface skimmers. Surface skimmers, they come in a wide range. Models that can be used for canister filters like this Hydra Aquatics stainless steel inflow and outflow with surface skimmer. It's very cool. We'll hook that up in a moment. I told you that we would show you the 850 running. It's going to be crazy. We're going to put the 850 on this little aquarium. We will see if this inflow and outflow can handle it. I know this works with smaller canister filters. I've never tried it on the 850. So we may flood the studio floor. Maybe not, we'll see. First type of surface skimmer are internal surface skimmers. Internal surface skimmers are like this Azoo unit. Now, Azoo, I've tried a lot of these, but surface skimmers like this, the Azoo, it's nice. It's made in Taiwan. I found it to have a little higher quality than the units made elsewhere, and it's a nice little internal surface skimmer. We use them on a lot of the small nano tanks, tanks up to 29 gallons, just to skim the surface and take that film off. So it applies with suction cups, and you simply submerge it in the water, hook up your outlet return, has a little sponge, submerge it in the water, and you adjust your height up or down as needed, and you put it in the aquarium, and then it'll actually skim the surface of the water, so that protein or organic debris that comes off the top. This is your most basic type of surface skimmer. It has an adjustable flow here on the side, which a lot of the units don't have. It has a holder for your cord, nice and neat, and it's white. So I really like the fact that it's white. I can keep it clean and nice, and it looks a little bit more modern than some of the other units in the market. So there's the Azoo Surface Skimmer, and you should be able to see completely how that functions. Now, next we look at the 850 and the Hydra Aquatics stainless surface skimmers. These are going to be on the upper end. The other ones like this that I like are Viv makes the best of the glass. If you want glass and clear, Viv makes an excellent glass surface skimmer. If you don't want to mess with the algae or cleaning, and it's going to look a little retro with a polished stainless steel, but it's going to last you forever, then the Hydra Aquatics stainless steel is the way to go. Couple of things to remember. The crazy cat mug is your friend. Steaming hot water. 3 minutes water in a microwave, and you've got hot enough water that you can dip the inlet or the tubing, inlet and outlets of the tubing itself into, and you can soften the tubing. So don't fret if your tubing doesn't exactly fit this inflow or any inflow, and always on glass. You want to heat the tubing up before you put it on. No reason to screw up your fingers or jam it on or lick it or spit on it. When I hear all kinds of things, just use the crazy cat lady mug. Hot water, 3 minutes, microwave, dip it in. It just takes seconds, and you'll be able to put that on just about any reasonable size that's close. A lot of these are metric. They come from Europe. Some of them are US. The tubing's US. Get the tubing that you like. Get it close. Use your crazy cat lady mug. Now, the 850 is huge, and we're going to show you. First, we're going to go and prime that. Now, it's going to be crazy on this tank, because when we go to prime it, you'll see the tank drop like crazy, and we're going to have to put water in there, because the 850 is a huge canister filter. It almost holds 20% of the water in this tank in its body alone. So first we go to prime the unit. Here we go. Now that the unit's primed, we filled up our tank and we're ready to go. The moment of truth. We're going to plug this thing in and just see what happens, and we'll make adjustments. I'll go ahead and roll up my sleeves because adjustments will be needed, and this has not been prearranged, if you will. We're just going to see how it works. What should happen is the water will surface skim, and you'll see this spin. What you want to do, be sure whenever you put these in, you got to get them submerged first and then let them float up. And then you have an adjustable intake, so you can turn that intake to direct more water low, coming in low than high if it doesn't work. On the 850, this may be too large. I know the next size down from Oase works for sure. I wanted you to see the flow because I promised you in other videos we would show you that flow of that 850, and then you can see this bad boy running. I'm going to plug it in with my wet hands. Do not do this at home. I'm going to use my left hand. It's not wet. So it's going to purge some bubbles, and the nice thing about those bubbles coming to the surface, hopefully there'll be enough of those that when this gets up and running, you'll see it start to skim. This is a normal thing for canister filters. Even after you purge them, the biomedia and the sponges, and this is hooked up just like Oase sends it out of the box, but those things will actually, and this is going to be a lot of flow for this thing, but they have a lot of bubbles in them trapped in the sponges, and that has to purge. But you can see the surface skimmer starts to spin and rotate just like it should. We're going to have a ton of flow. You could never use this on this size tank. Now, if you get the slurping noise and too much, that's where you want to open your bottom hole. Or your bottom intake, I should say. You just rotate it. Once you get it the exact way, you can see right now, you can see the bubbles coming straight into that as it spins. And we could actually show you with some mulberry leaves. I'm sure they float. Mulberry leaves. Let's see if we can jam that in there. Now there's a crazy vortex from that huge canister filter, but it'll get close if it doesn't sink. And it gets trapped on the intake. So we'll give it a little nudge. It was headed that way, and boom. That's how your debris is going to go. It's going to go straight to the surface skimmer. So really cool, really neat. It just works. No film to have to worry about. It'll keep the top of that tank clear and nice and just perfectly transparent. When you adjust the bottom, it will work fine. We've proven that, one, this has awesome flow. You can see the flow of the 400 gallons per hour easy at about 4 feet, 3 feet, 3 or 4 feet of head pressure. Lots of flow coming out of that 850. We also show you that the Hydra Aquatics can easily work on a canister of this size. And that is a way to take your awesome canister filter and make it even more awesome. We'll watch that leaf one more time, and then we'll say goodbye. Here he goes. Here he goes. Is he going to make it? I wish you could see the bubbles of this. It would be nicer because you can see those skimming off. But it does work perfectly. We'll get a little closer so we don't have to wait so long. Now we'll wait for this leaf to go, and then we'll say bye. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. It's getting so many bubbles in it. And there it goes. We've skimmed the surface. Surface skimmers. Don't forget them. A lot of tanks benefit from them. I love them. This is one of my favorite. Then there's the Viv. I'm Aquaman Knox. Be sure and follow me on my channel. Let me know if you have any questions. There'll be more information in the long description. Have a great day.